our president was this year on TikTok, interactive. Like I feel like, and I just love that system. I love the system of like, and like I find it. I'm even so shocked that right now that all of a sudden I'm getting asked all these questions. And I have only good things to say. I thought I would have like. But like, I actually like now that I'm actually at the end of it, like the gate is so near. I'm like, wow, actually, these were actually times like I'm so glad that I learned this. Like I've been rejected, like Titi said, I've been accepted. I literally lost my SG election, but I was still appointed based on merits. Like, okay, despite this, like, I don't feel like sometimes you just learn that life comes at you fast. Yeah. And like you just have to take it by the horn at every stage. You're like, okay, because it's not about the other person, it's about you. You issue that. Even from our first day,
and there's this kind of confidence you even get because it's just like you can literally just talk to anybody. This like you can literally just walk into the provost office, like just send an email and do this.
I noticed that we have had only rice for the last 1 week, and I know that I talk to you that okay, I'll talk to this department. Like, and I reported that,
and people will think that they want to say that okay, we're acting maybe bratty and stuff.
But that's the truth. Like this is a right.
Like you need to be able to put yourself out there, and the only way you can put yourself out there is when you realize that it is just not that big a deal to just open your mouth and speak. Like just talk.
Why did you spend all that energy? Why didn't you just
calm down?
You know,
and that's the thing. That's life. Lessons, trial and error. That's what I keep saying. It's about trial and error. You wouldn't know anything until you try it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I really put myself out there and did things and they didn't really care about what people had to say. Because lots of people are talking about. My dad is the kind of person that, okay, he always, I don't know how, let me just rephrase it. My dad's like, he doesn't care whether people like him or not. He tells his children. Mm-hmm. His goal is just to do the right thing. Because that's what you remember, the right thing and not likeness. People's human likeness is fickle. You can like it today and tomorrow.
I agree.
So do the right thing.
I agree. Even humans sometimes we tend to even bend our objectives to sit as.
You have to break down the issues. Then you talk about the rules. Then you apply it and then you conclude. Like that.
The teacher is so proud of you. Welcome to today's episode. We are sitting down with Didi, Mimi, and Titi. All three recently graduated with first class honors from the American University of Nigeria. Mimi majored in law.
Kauna Karis Ngumimi, LLB Law, graduating with cum laude.
Didi in natural and environmental sciences.
Wakemba Didi Efunaya, Bachelor of Science, Natural and Environmental Science, with concentrations in public health.
And Titi also in law.
Abayomi Titilope Favor, LLB Law, cum laude.
We recorded this conversation just a week before their graduation, capturing the excitement of the moment. We are all proud members of the Honor Society at the American University of Nigeria. Which celebrates academic excellence and outstanding character. In this episode, we will explore the current state of the American University of Nigeria and hear about their incredible 5-year journey. Enjoy. Today I have Mimi, Didi, and Titi. So Mimi is a law student and this is her 5th year, her last semester, 10 semesters later. And Didi is a natural and environmental science student and this is her 8th semester, last semester, 4th year. And Titi, it sounds like all those stories I used to read when I was little about the girl in the village and all the guys are toasting that goes to the river to get water. That's why I didn't want to use Titi and my brain had never registered your name being Titi. Oh, let's go. So, okay, introduce yourselves one by one.
Okay, I'll start. Okay, so I'm Mimi. I'm a law major, soon to be law graduate. And what else should I say about myself? What do you guys want to know?
That's okay. Yeah. What do you like doing?
What do I like doing? I like writing. I don't know if it's due to conditioning. Like as a law student, we write a lot. So maybe now my hobby has also become like just something I just like. Like a task is now also my hobby. Typing. I love writing. I love makeup. I love fashion. I love clothes. I love jewelry.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Didi. I'm a final year NES major. Woo! You reach the cloud, but anyway, yeah. I actually we actually have similar hobbies because I love writing. I'm a writer, and I'm really into fashion and makeup as well. And then I'm also into self-development, like bettering oneself in terms of skills, mindset, and behavior towards other people. So I think as not human beings, especially as scientists, I know we're supposed to evolve in certain aspects of our lives.
What's this called? What you're wearing?
Oh, this is called a bolero.
Bolero. I like that your bolero is blending with my hair.
Why is it?
Okay, any other thing?
For now, that's it, I think.
And my name is Titi.
Well, I'm Titi and I'm a law major as well. I'm in my final year. I'm done actually. I wrote my last paper on Wednesday. The best Wednesday ever, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, let's start with this semester. So we go back.
What do I like? Yeah, I like makeup as well. Fashion. I love TikTok. Follow my TikTok. Titi2eyes.ab. Yeah. And I love doing my hair. Anything that just involves me dressing up and looking gorgeous. I love it.
Has your dad left your mom?
I also like sorry for cutting you. I also like complaining. I like complaining. But not just complaining, but like I like finding issues and solving them. So yeah.
You know this girl, Hawa, on Instagram, that's always ranting about stuff.
I do not. I don't really use Instagram.
It will be a high chance of knowing her. Check
I feel like but I think I know from Twitter. There's a Hawa I know on Twitter.
Hawa. Yes, this lady. Good.
I don't know her. I don't even really use Instagram enough to know her.
Bring Kana at the back of the building. I said this one that is Kana. Mosquitoes will come in to greet me every.
I know her from Twitter. She's amazing. She's funny. She do be complaining a lot.
Oh, I actually don't know.
Yeah, so.
Okay, I cannot make content of complaining, Shabo.
Why?
Because I don't know.
She's a
problem solver though, so I guess.
I guess.
So you complain, you.
And then you solve them.
So, as I was saying, talking earlier, has your dad left your mom to church before?
To church.
I don't get.
To church.
Yeah.
That's my what?
Has your dad left your mom to church before? Probably she was making up so much and
Oh no, my mom is not. She's not like me. Like she's a very simple person. She's just beautiful. So she just does whatever. Like she just gets ready real quick and she's out.
Your mom is a lawyer too?
She's not a lawyer.
What did she study in university?
She studied psychology. It's a bit bad.
My mom too.
She studied psychology.
Don't worry, but
and business. Something.
Let's get the business. Understand you guys and where you're coming from. And Didi.
What about me? Sorry.
Has your dad left your mom before the church?
Oh, my dad is actually late.
May he so rest in peace.
Yeah, may he so rest in peace. So no, but my mom is very, very punctual. Her philosophy is that she rather not go at all than to go late.
That's very interesting.
So we're always out. We always have like 15-30 minutes before the main time to actually go. So she do be on time. She do be on time.
I think you took it from her.
Actually, I beg to differ. I have a problem I'm struggling with. Let me not just lie. I am not the most punctual of people. Although, for this interview, I must say, I was the first person to be ready. I was waiting for everybody to get ready.
You waited for everybody one time. And now,
okay, that's just my truth.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. No, actually, I feel like my mom is the more church-driven person at home. So if there's anybody that is leaving anybody, probably my mom leaving everybody at home to go to church. Yeah. But like, so usually she does, but she's also late at the same time. I don't know how to balance. She's the one that always wants to go to church. I feel like punctuality is something that we're all working on in the family.
Wow.
Unfortunately. But like, it's not like punctuality as well wasting people's time. When it's an event whereby people shouldn't wait for you, we like always go on time. But when it's something that's like nobody really notices if you're there or not, we do be going late.
My dad would be like, why do you guys ready in early for weddings and
Yeah.
parties?
There's
Then when it comes to church,
There's some particular things that you should be early for. Like, obviously, I feel like a good philosophy is to go early for everything. But like, I feel like there's some particular things you can afford to be late for.
like,
I think you can, like weddings.
Yeah, like if it's the Owambe part.
You can go late to a wedding or a party.
If you're not
Unless
family.
it's a birthday party.
just eat the food, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you're not like just even to just eat the food. Like if you're like a secondary guest, like you're not.
The primary.
You're not.
Like, nobody
Yeah.
needs to notice you are there until they notice. So it's not that big a deal.
You know, when I brought about this punctuality, when I came to the UN, right, I was so punctual and everything. When Carl says I came here, they say 8 p.m. I'll be there by 7:50.
Amen time.
I kept doing that for everything. And I realized 7:50, 8 p.m. was actually 9:30 p.m.
It's true.
And so,
African time.
Me, I actually find it very
Godly
annoying
girls
because
from
I used to be a
African
punctual person too. Then this
School.
this school just and it's just like just start the events. Like
I
just
feel like
start.
I do feel like they should start events regardless of when people don't come.
Yeah, because look at HS now. If you go late for HS banquets, you've missed it. Like
Yeah,
you've
not
actually
going to
you
missed
just
it.
miss it, and that's
That's
it.
one thing I actually pride myself on, the punctuality of the organization.
you were the vice president before, right?
I actually,
You are not
I am no
longer
longer the vice president. Yes, I was the vice president of Honor Society. I'm the outgoing vice president.
All of you here in HS too.
Yes,
Yeah.
So are you.
Wow, if you're star students, right?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 of my grades are up. So far, I saw my GPA 4.0. I joined the law gang. It's only law students that get so GPA.
Yeah,
Anyway,
don't mind
I don't
them.
want you guys to get department. Well, how did you get to this school? Maybe let's start from you.
I like to choose AUN as
Yeah.
a campus. I'll say it was quite coincidental because I already had my major in mind, which was law, and then we were obviously contemplating like the multiple schools available in Nigeria that would offer me a good law program and everything. So AFE was a first consideration. However, my secondary school had a lot of like already preliminaries about how AFE was. So my dad was like, oh, he wanted like one of the best schools in Nigeria. He was literally just looking for one of a really good school. And then I had a family friend that came to AUN, and the person like was like said only good things about it. So my dad was like, oh, if they have law, we should just decide to go to AUN, because I was like not having any other average Nigerian university. Let me not name drop the other Nigerian university, but like I was no, but like I was like, oh yeah, but AFE was like already a school, but I had like personal reservation about it. Like a lot of people from my school went to AFE, so I was like, no. So I came to AUN because of my other friends. I was like, okay. My other friend that came there, she was like, my family friend was like, oh, AUN is good. And AUN was good. It's good.
Yeah, I agree.
So we'll go back to that.
Oh me. Okay, so unlike Mimi and Titi, I was part of the COVID set. I did just 4 years. So I was actually meant to leave the country for my education, but with COVID disrupted. I think we all agree that COVID disrupted everybody's plans.
Yeah, a lot of
So I wasn't able to, get admission and prepare my documents to travel in time for resumption in fall of 2020, which is when I was meant to enter university. So the plan was to enroll in AUN for just a year and then transfer, or rather actually just apply to another school abroad and move, which I did get admission, but unfortunately I'm really just going to keep it playing with you guys. My student visa got denied.
Oh, why?
My student visa got denied. But honestly, if I'm keeping it 100, this is the first time I'm going to admit out loud that I'm actually glad it did get denied, because I wouldn't have spent my 4 years here in AUN, and my 4 years in AUN have been memorable and insightful as well. And I have been able to, I met really awesome people, and I've been able to apply myself in certain ways that I don't believe I would have had I left the country to be an international student in a foreign country. I don't think I would have had my bearing enough to, to step outside my comfort zones and try certain things. So I'm actually glad that happened. But as for AUN, I learned about it from my sister. My sister was already here. She actually did graduate just last year. And
Suma.
Yes,
She was the former president of Honor Society.
Yeah, she was the president of
Did she lobby you in? How did you? How did you become the vice president?
How did I become the vice president? By free and fair election. I indicated interest. I gave my manifesto and they voted for me. So and so she was already here. And then it only felt like the most natural thing to come here, obviously, since my sister was here.
By the way, HS is honor society. I think people with good GPAs and good moral standing, that's what they claim. Oh, I don't know.
Literally a member.
What does the president says the HS is much pride? Like on Instagram, like today you saw in the news about the HS people.
Yeah, because it's a big deal.
But some of the HS people are not of upright moral standing.
Oh wow.
There's no names to call.
Are you laying allegations?
No,
somebody can sue you.
Against not against that. I know. Well, I told you earlier, my twin is a lawyer, so. How did you get here?
How did I get to AUN? Okay, well, I graduated from high school in 2018. I actually don't know where I wanted to go. Like, I thought I wanted to go to Unilag. I don't know what was wrong with my head. Thank God I failed, I did not get in. I didn't get in because I think at that time we were just so many in my year that were out, so they now increased all the cutoffs. So when they increased it, I just by one year I was at the. Well, yeah, so I didn't get in now, and then they told me to apply to other schools. I applied to AFE. Till my dad's friend's daughter told me that the school is a waste of my money. So
AFE?
Yeah, she literally texted me for like a week straight, convincing me not to go there because she was graduating from there.
I actually quite
in law.
Can I add something? Because my sister too, she came. Like
that's the word on the streets now. They should fix up.
Honestly.
Okay, so even my sister too, I came here because of her, but she came here, she was really actually meant to go to AFE.
Yeah, since I was younger, everybody in my house had been saying AFE.
Yeah, matter of fact, she even paid 200k non-refundable admissions fee because she was really just going to go there. But then news came of their rules and regulations that really
the state of let's not even get into that.
Glorified secondary school essentially, and I believe that university is basically a place for you to spread your wings and prepare for adulthood. So if you're not given the opportunity, the experience is not really just worth it.
Let's lead some freedom that we enjoy here. We don't people in AFE don't enjoy. I think I have some friends that live AFE. I think I know number one. During classes, they shut down the dorms, no lights.
Wow. Oh, yeah, you can't go back to dorm.
Yeah, so there's no light during class hours.
Okay, I for one.
Was that not when they were having the? Is that normal?
That's what they do normal every day.
When
if they like during class time, if they see you in dorm, they'll chase you out and probably fine you.
What if you don't have class?
I don't even know.
No, we're not in AFE. We can't speak
about
that.
You can tell us.
Sorry, Sha.
Anyway, my personal
I've not
reservation.
finished saying how I got to
fine. I've noticed most people who watch my videos are not subscribed to this channel. Subscribe so we can grow this tribe together.
Okay,
anyway, when I was in SS3, my friend Anita, she told me she was going to AUN. I saw her with AUN's book and whatever, and I'm like, what is this? I read Yola. I was like, girl, get out of here. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're going to Yola? Like, we're in Lagos here. You're talking about Yola. And like, yeah, and you know that in secondary schools in Nigeria, like, every secondary school has like the universities that people tend to go to.
Yeah.
And Yola is just not one of them. It's usually like Babcock, AFE, Covenant, you know. So I was just like, this girl, no, like, you can go to your Yola shop, but me, I'm not going. She was really trying to convince me. You've not even gone to the school. You're trying to convince me. I'm saying, but look at the infrastructure. Like, the rooms are looking so nice. Classes are looking nice. Like, it literally looks like America. And I'm like, girl, nothing is making me go to Yola. I'd rather go to AFE and go and suffer there. Eventually, after my whole 1 year of not getting into any uni, by the way, even though I had good grades, I couldn't get into any uni. I don't know why God did that to me, but I see why now, because now I'm in AUN and I'm happy I came here. After the whole 1 year, you know, so I had to take a gap year. In January, I told my dad I wanted to go to Yola. Because now I've gotten the gap year, and I just didn't want to go to anywhere that had all my classmates, because now I'll be their junior. So I was just feeling like, oh no, can't go there and go and be anybody's junior and stuff like that. I just felt like I would feel a type of way. So I didn't want to go to AFE anymore. I didn't want to go to Babcock anymore. I didn't want to go to anywhere that had anybody from my secondary school. So I told my dad I wanted to go to Yola in spring 2019. Spring 2019. We came fall 2019. Spring 2019, my dad told me, you're not going to Yola. Like, why would you want to go to Yola? What's happening in Yola? He even sent somebody to call me to ask me if the reason I want to go to Yola is for a man. Like why would I want to go to Yola? Next thing you know, you say you want to go to Yola. No, just even be going away from the country since you want to go to Yola. So that's how they started selling me dreams. And I started trying to...
Selling you dream of Ebola?
No, of leaving the country. Because it's like, you're not going to Yola, but you can leave the country, Sha. And I'm like, nigga, Yola, outside. like what? So, yeah. Eventually, that did not work out. I don't know how. It did not work out because obviously it was too late. Last minute, how can I just wake up and say I want to go out of the country? So yeah, so that didn't work out. Then February came. I still applied to AUN, with or without his consent. I applied to AUN. I applied to now. Just everywhere that was not Babcock affair and whatever. And then I got admission. Yeah, I got admission everywhere. By fall, I had admission in affair, now AUN. And my dad said, well, you are going to affair. And I was just like, I don't want to go to affair. Even paid the acceptance fee. I don't know, something just changed his mind. I don't know how the thing just changed his mind. He just said, okay, you can go to your AUN. I was like, woo.
After it's owned by a lawyer, so you were thinking like your probably she's going to study law, she's going to learn from one of the best lawyers in Nigeria, blah blah. So
that's okay, it's common.
Mimi, do you feel you got what you came for?
I didn't have any expectations, to be fair. So like I feel like getting what I came for, and education, definitely. Like a very broad education, like it's what I say, it trickled down into like several aspects of my life. Like apart from the textbook education, which is like from textbook to exams, I also got life, philosophy, so many things and experiences I have in Yola. I feel like I wouldn't have been able to get it in other places because AUN has provided an environment for like experimentation, exploration, thinking, which is very important. They make you think most of the time in this school, especially like when my first school, like their gen eds, which I do be complaining about because as a law student my credits are so high and I'm like, why am I doing all of this? But like the first year in AUN, they actually made us do philosophy 102, which was amazing in making me think outside of the box, because philosophy 102 basically teaches you about all the principles of like life, thinking. Like it just makes basically any way you are thinking, you have to think the other direction to apply yourself in life. So that was really helpful to me. And through my years in AUN, 5 years, significant amount of life. I have experienced so many things, from leadership, entrepreneurship, thinking. I do feel like I even got more than I bargained for, even with the negative things that happened. I would say like I would compensate myself and say like not every journey can be rosy. Like things just don't always happen the way you, like something bad not bad per se, but like it just always isn't going to go according to plan. Like everything just going to go like the way you dreamed. So like I really did appreciate to the extent which is appreciated. And even when challenges came, I feel like I was able to learn that okay, I can still overcome this. This is not going to be something that's going to like stop me. Even joining the honor society. Fun fact, when I joined the honor society, that first year I was like, wow, I don't want to accept this, because they say that if you don't get the same grade after a few years, they're going to drop you. I was like, wow, this is my first, because I got in like my third semester. I got in really early. So immediately they told me that okay, as when you join the honor society, you can't necessarily like, you have to keep upkeep. I was like, this is pressure, but that pressure literally kept me going. Like from the beginning, I was like, personally just embarrassing. Like how will I join a prestigious society and I dropped because I couldn't really upgrade the standards. So now it was just like me against the world. Like you just have to do it because of your own personal reservation. So yeah, what I bargained for, which wasn't anything. If I had actually even thought about anything, my expectations were super.
Yeah, I think I should cut that clip and send it to Tiku. Actually, I think I got more than what I came for.
No, don't send it to Tiku.
You should make me the ambassador. Don't send me. Give me money.
Abi, you can advertise your school for free.
Yes.
No, I said for free, not for free. Oh no.
As a lawyer, everything.
Me personally, some changes have to be made before I advertise for AUN.
But that's why I say like, I would say like even with everything that's happened on this campus, I would not want to go to another university in this country.
Yeah, I feel like
think about it really deeply.
Issues that have happened they happened.
And this semester from the issues.
This semester was told was our last semester.
Yeah, like
talk about the last 9 semesters, you the last 7.
The thing is that if we do that,
takes away from the whole.
Yeah, like why would we
Everything
move this
comes
semester?
together. Like why would we come?
And then our first year is nothing even compared to what we faced.
Yeah.
Like going forward, and then the things that were happening before we even came.
Like everybody's expectations. Like the school has. It's just a difference. Everything has to just be spoken about at the same time. I don't think I can do my first year because my first year was different from my second year. They were literally
and then I feel like us we even experienced like so many different leadership
every
year new
every
leadership.
year was just different.
So everything was just different
so we
on
just
this
have to
campus.
give you an encompassed perspective.
Did you feel got what you came for?
Yes, I do. Although
Your department is different.
factoring this semester into the equation, it really just makes me unable to speak truthfully about AUN because it's really tainted my feelings towards them. Because this semester has been really tough on everybody. So I feel like, in terms of education, I would say that I got what I came for. I guess I would say that I got all I came for, even though there were some hindrances along the way. And the school actually had some parts where they faltered and I had to, make up. But all in all, I would say, yeah, I guess it's decent.
You cross natural and environmental sciences. What does that mean?
Yes, natural and environmental science. So basically, as the name implies, it's basically just about life, natural and physical sciences, about chemistry, about how our bodies work, about how nature works, about how different processes occur in nature, the weather, photosynthesis. So I like it because it's very broad, but then my concentration is in public health. So my major essentially was studying how the environment impacts our health as well, in terms of diseases prevention, and then the public health aspect is also thinking about mechanisms and ways and strategies to help improve the overall community health of individuals, both individual, state and national contribution towards that end.
Like really
Powerful course. Wow.
There you go, where you came from.
Okay, well, when I was coming to AUN, like Mimi said, I did not really have any expectations because I didn't know what uni was about, so I didn't even know what to expect from uni.
Unless you watch Grownish, maybe you have.
Yeah, and I watched Grownish, but I didn't really think that was what was going to happen in school. For me, I just wanted to come to uni and come and party.
But come to uni, like exactly, that was the mindset. You want to be bad
I just
girl.
wanted to not that. I just wanted to have fun because it's uni. You have to just have fun because you are young, and I can't be losing guard when I'm an adult. Like when life is actually important. So
Okay, now life is less important.
I mean, yeah, like what's the worst that could happen? I'll wake up with headache or something.
Like you don't have anybody.
Like there's nothing at stake.
No.
I will always read, so I can't even say my academics are at stake because nothing is going to. I hear people saying things like, "Oh, and they could not concentrate because they went for a party, they did not do their assignment because they have one boyfriend."
That doesn't work.
That doesn't just work.
I cannot not do my assignment.
I will do my assignment kit.
Like I will not do it. Like why would I not do it? So it's just stuff like that. Like I just came to uni to AUN to avoid everybody from my secondary school because of like what I explained before, and then to just have fun. But yeah, AUN superseded my expectations because I was not expecting to. There are just some things that I think other institutions don't take into consideration because I don't know how AUN does it, but you grow.
What are those things? Like, just point them out because
I don't know what it is. There's just something.
For me, I feel like they have a really good. I don't know if this can directly factor in, but like they have a very good system already in place.
Yeah, like it doesn't.
Even the way they like literally vet their staff, like the instructors and the courses that they make you have in your first year, like that. Actually, like I said, if I had taken philosophy in my second year, I would already had a mindset. But in my first year of university, I was already forced to think. Philosophy is literally
so you mean
just
system in terms of their curriculum structure?
Curriculum structure, even like the dean of lab, the dean of student activities, CAP, all these things. It's a very big student-led university. Like students are in charge of what happens.
Yeah,
they make
like
decisions, and that really feels encompassing. Like now you come to university, I'm an adult, even though you're not literally like legally. But like you also give like, okay, now you're not with your mom, you're not with your dad, everything is on you. So they now give you this opportunity apart from like, existing. You also have like
that's what I was talking about in
you
relation
apply for
to
SGA.
for example.
Yeah.
Like we have.
After the school is in charge.
I feel
All
like
these other schools, I think that's the
universities,
standard.
they make the rules.
Yeah,
They
like
make
that's
the
the
rules.
standard
but this one is
Nigerian
small
uni.
student
this
centered
thing, all
and
these
driven.
rules
Yeah,
are
I
really.
feel like I think the way it's student centered makes you grow.
Yeah, because the
Because
school
you have to do
cannot.
it yourself.
They cannot set rules for every
Single
single thing of your life. They are setting rules to the hairstyles you can do, to how
And
you
that's
can
not how it
dress.
works.
Like, how do you express
Who you can
yourself
talk
as a
to.
person?
And my biggest reservation, what I wanted to say that I don't get about most of these
You
schools
don't
is
go to
that
boys' dorm.
if you're not even that, because that's the angle for prohibiting that has a basis. But I'm just trying to say, like, you can't allegedly, you can't walk around with the same somebody of the opposite sex past a certain time. I think I heard, I'm not sure how accurate this information is, but that by from like 7 p.m. you can't be seen with a boy. And I'm that's quite confusing because it's a co-ed school, is it not? Your classmates are literally members of the opposite sex. So why is it so that you are allowed to be with the same sex at a certain time, but not with the opposite sex, when you people are here for the same reasons and have the same, foster the same exact interactions? And I feel like that even imposes a certain mentality on the students themselves. And furthermore, it doesn't just allow you to, prepare for adulthood.
Yeah, they'll not be releasing these annoying, I don't even know what to call them. Like, you're a child adult.
Yeah.
And then talking to you it's just like, come, wait, I think you've been out of uni for like 2 years.
Exactly.
I'm still in uni and see how you're
there's
thinking.
this analogy that I always use, which I feel I should give now. It's like when you don't give a child sugar for their entire life, you tell them no sugar, sugar is bad, and then all of a sudden you take them into a candy store and just release them, and they don't know what to do with themselves. They've never tasted sugar before, and they taste sugar for the first time. Of course, they're going crazy. And that's the same thing when you don't allow a child to control their life and have a handle on their life in university. Exactly. They don't know the consequences of certain actions. They feel like they don't know why you're saying don't do this. And sometimes even that don't do this can even be based on your own personal perceptions on life, which may even differ from what they think. So you now let them into the world after they have graduated. These are adults that have not been given the opportunity to maybe go late for class and know that they will not have attendance. So they've not been given the opportunity to not do an assignment and know that, okay, I'll fail if I don't do this. And then you just let them go into life, and they really just produce substandard adults that are not really grounded in life.
Someone argued for the opposite. I think I was talking with a girl last semester that graduated, Mayowa. She told me you were so comfortable that she had gone to a public university, she should have put herself out there more. But here it kind of just makes life so easy, and so you don't
this is what I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like I'm not yet talking about how AUM really shapes you, because of like, apart from academics, there are the way you apply for work study, like a real job, like you get to face interviews, you get sent back.
Exactly.
You are just like, there's an opportunity for you to put yourself out
positions.
there. You choose to not put yourself out there. Nobody's going to force you to put yourself out there in real life. So I feel like it's good that
actually agree.
It's such a liberal place.
Yes, because in real life
anybody can stand up today and run for SGA president. Run.
Exactly.
No. The rules there are very, very close. First of all, you have to have been at the SGA first this term.
Oh no!
Those are like anybody who has met those
conditions.
Like I'm saying, like there's no.
Like they will not say that you are not.
Yeah.
What she's trying to say is that every student on campus has equal opportunity to meet those conditions.
You know when I came to I wanted to run for SGA president. Oh yeah, now time to which I applied. They told me they said back in here, you've not been the SGA.
You've not.
Yeah, but that's.
Well, why should that be
as
a criteria?
Will you go to an organization and apply to be one of?
You have to start from the bottom.
What would be your what is your prerequisite? What is your knowledge beforehand about how the system works?
Yeah, I feel like that's just only a logical thing.
Trump got into the American political system as a president for the first time in his life. He was never a career politician.
But was a public figure.
He did good stuff.
Yeah.
You're a public figure.
And he's a member of the country now.
Excellent. Student of the university.
I feel like this one is different.
I feel like they do have a reason, but I feel like based on the conversation we're currently having, which is that how does AUN actually alter you?
I feel like first year.
No,
what were you in?
Second year, when you came to AUN.
Second year still now.
You might not know how AUN works.
It's like
2 years left.
Imagine okay, not to name any university, but like we said, there's some universities that literally just stifle you because they put too many rules in place. So imagine a student from another random university comes into AUN from as a transfer student and already has like the ideologies and systems of like not like opposite of liberalism, and then they want to run for SGA president. That's not how AUM wants you. And now, unfortunately, because you are the president, we just have to listen to what you are saying, even though like that is just not how we function. That's not like the goals. That's not like those are not the ethics that we're trying to learn on campus. So I feel like being in the SGA for 1 year is just come and so that you can see, oh, okay, this is what they are doing. They have meetings every 2 weeks, every 1 week on Saturdays. They meet with the the DSA every Friday. Do you get? So like just where they can get it.
Apart from even SGA, there are still many other things.
Right?
I was never in SGA.
Because I
applied.
That's what I was about to say.
I applied, they rejected me, and now
I've noticed most people who watch my videos, they are not subscribed to this channel. Subscribe so we can grow this tribe together.
I will not go outside and get rejected from an interview and be
Feel
crying.
bad.
The amount of interviews I've applied for in this school
rejected.
and I've been rejected.
I never got to
Or when you spend money on a campaign and you don't win.
Whenever I get rejected, all that's on my mind is not even sadness. It's just like, okay, what did I do in this interview that I can do better next time?
Let me tell you an example. During the studying award, I think I applied for 6 or 7 categories.
Yeah, like all these things, you keep applying for these
I
things.
became a finalist for one, the Athlete of the Year award. I didn't get it, but then I noticed something. Because I was doing the maths, I asked the blog, should I not waste my suit because I already have one? So he told me, I was like, I only got finalist for one. What if I get there and I don't get it? So David told me, well, there's some people that get finalist for like 4 or 5 categories. They don't get anyone. Probably you, with that one, you might win. But then, another angle I'm looking at this from, Ife, I think if it's she was finalist for like 2 or 3 awards. And she didn't win anything. I just noticed how calmly I was sitting beside her. She just sat calmly. This is her final semester. When she didn't get the award, no reaction, nothing. Back to what you guys are saying, you have faced lots of rejections and losses over time, and now it doesn't really feel like.
Even when you think that you're the most qualified, like
so you
just don't get it, and that's just
your intrinsic self-worth. You know that you.
And I feel like there are so many people that graduate from uni, they don't even know what a real interview looks like. I've never applied for a real job interview,
but I can imagine.
But I can already imagine the kind of questions they will ask me. Like somebody cannot ask me to tell me about yourself as an interview, and I'll start telling you about.
My name is this.
I'm from like my favorite color is blue. Because you see people, they go for interviews, they ask you, tell me about yourself. You ask me, what do you want to know about me? Is it like
tell me about yourself?
You are here for what exactly? Are you here for?
Okay. Tell me about
exactly. And
what job do you want me to apply for?
I would like to I'd like to add something before Titi goes on. And I feel like yes, AUN does that. It allows you to discover who exactly you are. Because like she said, when they say tell me about yourself, people start saying, oh, I like this. They didn't say tell me what you like. They didn't say tell me what you do. Because like now I'll say my name is Didi, I'm a final year NES major. But it doesn't answer who are you? Who are you? What are you like? Like what are you like actually? If I add to like what are you like? Are you diligent? Are you driven? Are you hardworking? Are you patient? Are you a team player? Not I like swimming, they're just telling us about, the details of your life, I guess, what you've learned, but who are you intrinsically?
And then there's also that
philosophically that is too you. The swimming is too you.
Oh no, but I just don't think it's as important. Yes, I just don't think it's important.
Which is kind of things that this is kind of thing that you learn from like the careers department, like when they teach you what exactly to put on your CV, like how you tailor your CV
how to prepare for interviews,
to real life. And like
what scouts are looking for.
I'm sure my parents don't expect me to know these things. I'm sure they were not really expecting me, like for me to come home with a whole CV.
And actually now that and it's not that we are graduating
like,
on a random Tuesday before you're able to go home.
Before I came to you and I was doing this.
But like how many universities give you the opportunity to keep on applying yourself regardless?
And it's actually in our final year.
And you even interviewed the president.
Having the president today, and this is the president of the American University of Nigeria. Introduce yourself.
So my name is Dwayne Frazier. I am the university president, which in this culture sometimes they say vice chancellor. So it's the same position, but I've been working now in higher education for a quarter of a century. I'm feeling so old that I've actually been working in higher ed longer than you've been alive, and I didn't have any gray hair until I started working there. So.
President, how many presidents of universities will meet with you? with a student, a random student, talking about I want to interview you.
In different universities. Our president was this year on TikTok. Interactive. I feel like, and I just love that system. I love the system of like, and like I find it, I'm even so shocked that right now that all of a sudden I'm getting asked all these questions and I have only good things to say. I thought I would have like but like I actually like now that I'm actually at the end of it, like the date is so near, I'm like, wow, actually these were actually times like I'm so glad that I learned this. Like I've been rejected, like Titi said, I've been accepted. I literally lost my SG election, but I was still appointed based on merits. Like, okay, despite this, like I don't feel like sometimes you just learn that life comes at you fast. And like you just have to take it by the horn at every stage. You're like, okay, because it's not about the other person, it's about you. AUN teach you that even from our first
and there's this kind of confidence you even get because it's just like you can literally just talk to anybody. This like you can literally just walk into
and
the provost office, like just send an email and do this.
I noticed that we've had only rice for the last 1 week, and I know that I don't answer. I talk to you that okay, I'll talk to you department. And I reported that.
And people will think that they want to say that okay, we're acting maybe bratty and stuff.
But that's the truth. Like this is a right.
Like you need to be able to put yourself out there, and the only way you can put yourself out there is when you realize that it is just not that big a deal to just open your mouth and speak. Like just talk.
Like even when I talk to Sisu, because no Sisu is Mr. Sisu rather is in charge of student activities. So lately for the past year I've worked a lot with him from concerts. Me and Didi did a concert, we did organized concert, the year concert, and I was also like I worked with events in Honor Society. So I talked to Sisu a lot. Sisu sometimes would tell me like, okay, so what do you want? Like he's in charge of everything. He's the one that will release my table, release the game. But he asked me like, okay, so what do you want? What do you want to do? What dates? Like, tell me, send me the list and I'll help you out how I can. I'm not going to like
there's guidance, but the guidance is not interfering with what you want to do.
The reason you should have not done it, you're not telling that this is the principle. It always boils down to like as long as you're guiding the principle of things, there's no big idea of how you go do things. And like that's great. And I wish that a handful of people will realize that when you're growing up in the world now, you don't wait, you don't sit and wait. If you sit and wait,
exactly,
you
and I agree, and
even to the end of time,
you
literally don't have any opportunity because people on this school they have not done anything, even though there are several opportunities. You sit down and you do nothing, so nothing is actually going to happen for you. There's so many things from
there's literally so many opportunities, even in such a way that you can apply yourself in so many ways. It's very diverse. Is it sports, badminton, volleyball, basketball, soccer? Is it poetry, art? Is it Honor Society, SGA, CAB? Is it event planning? Is it Women Leadership Council? Is it the tennis club? Is it the equestrian club? Is it Earth Club? Is it Stars?
It's wide.
Yeah. Like they even did some finance stuff.
Yes, there's even. And then if you don't want an extra, I mean that's just if you don't want an organization like all these things, you can really just do work study, do an internship. You can make your own organization.
And I just feel like all these things is just there's something that Dean Bullock told me when I went for an interview with him. I failed the interview sharp. When I went for an interview with him, I mean I failed the interview, but at least I got one thing. He told me that everything that the student activities, like his office, they do, it's intentional. Like it's intentionally placed that way to like be of benefit to the students, from the way they place you in rooms with random strangers in your first year, the way they allow you to like just do certain things, the way they allow you to have your social life, at the same time they still have like some rules at the side, like everything is intentional. And from that I just got inspired, like okay, now anything I'm doing too, I want to be intentional about it. And I feel like ever since then my view on life has just changed, because there are so many things like when I was applying for this class speaker thing now, I did not really want to apply because normally I'm a shy person. I mean sometimes people see me talking, but like when it really boils down to something that is, let me say, important, I tend to be shy and nervous, like even though I know that I can probably do it. But like I don't know, I just decided, okay, let me just be intentional about this thing. And like I saw all the other people that were up against me, like it was something that I don't know, I just did not feel like I would get it. But like I said, once again, this is AUN, like apply for anything you want to apply. If you will get it, you will get it. Like you just have to prove yourself and you will get it. And I got it. Thank God. And I just felt like, oh wow, like, so if I really put myself out there more often
You get
and actually
more
put
things.
effort into doing it, like, you will actually get what you want. And I feel like that's something that you really need to carry out into life, because there are so many opportunities out there. You just need to be able to notice these opportunities and then
hunt them down.
Yeah.
The
And
other
actually
day-
go for it.
The other day at the town hall meeting, we say we don't talk about the semester again, but it's part of the whole. So, the whole town hall was because for I think about 7 days on the national grid or the Yola grid, whatever, was vandalized.
Nigeria.
And we didn't have lights for some days, and they were hot, they were on fire, we couldn't read our books.
Couldn't do
that.
nothing.
Scary
Like,
scary hours, you guys.
I saw Mimi in action. I love how you articulated your questions. And is that what you got from philosophy or your overall degree in law? Because you just broke it down one after the other, and it was really impressive. Not many people ask questions that way, and you didn't even like use a note. It was.
Oh my god, I'm so okay. That day I was literally just fueled by passion. I feel like I was really just tired at that point. Honestly, I feel like I was born, me personally, I think I was born a passionate person. I'm just, ask my friends, everyone were arguing, like, is it even that serious? I just literally just always have, like, when I have vim for something, I'm really just really projected to it. However, like, I do think I have I would say I'll have to correlate it to law, not philosophy.
I know something our teachers told us the first day, when you study law, your mindset on everything, your whole life will change.
I attribute it to law actually, because philosophy, the reason I was able to say what I need to say was due to philosophy, because I was thinking. I thought hard beforehand. I was like, these are the questions I need to ask. But however, law allowed me to break it down, because there's something in law called problem questions, and ultimately what we're facing was a problem. We had a light problem. So you have to break down the issues, then you talk about the rules, then you apply it, and then you conclude. Like that.
Your teacher will be so proud of you.
So yeah, that's literally how it was. I literally just so that you guys obviously have an issue. From the conversation we were having, like, that town hall meeting was really impactful, because they were trying to, in their mind, to them, they were being honest with us. And I'm like, that unfortunately does not solve the real problem that I'm currently facing.
Like, where do we go from here now? What are you going to do for us?
Literally, okay, they said that they couldn't help Nigeria, and unfortunately for them, my problem was not with Nigeria, because Nigeria is a problem. That's all know.
It's not
there have been essays. There have literally
the problem
everything
is Nigeria.
If you Google it, Nigeria and their problems, we have a problem. But I now had a problem, like, as an institution, which you knew what Nigeria was before you established your institution. All these excuses, why are you making them to me? Like, I cannot directly say, oh, AUN doesn't have lights, why ADC is the problem? Why would I fight why ADC when I am in a contract with AUN? Like, that was
I'm not the contract why it is.
Like, I'm not the contract why AUN now as an institution can now apply to why. That was my own thought process. So my articulation was really based on, like, I literally just holistically thought about everything that was happening, and I just broke it down, like, issue, rulings, applications, conclusions. Like, there's an issue, there are rules that will apply in this current situation, and then you just tell them that that's just how I feel. I find it so funny, because when I stood up to talk, I realized that I was talking at a point, people started saying, oh wow, like, as if I was really being passionate, but I was just really, in my mind, I was like, this is just what I wanted to address actually. I didn't even really expect it to be that, but like I said, I'm not a naturally passionate person. During this podcast, you might notice that why she's talking so passionately at a point. I just, sometimes, when I care about something, I just always talk about it, like, really articulately. AUN has helped with that, like, with the law.
All this public speaking.
Oh my god,
public speaking. They literally always put us in charge of everything. Like, even when you go and do community service, one student is up talking to everybody. Like, it's
just like, you have to. Nobody will fight your battles for you. As I sat down, okay,
like you know what it means to stand up in front of the whole school and in front of the management
and tell them
be able to talk
and tell them that what they are doing is not right.
Yeah, and like, okay, I do have a brother in this school, and my brother is a naturally timid person. He's really shy, but he did speak that day, and he came late. So, like, unfortunately, he
asking what someone had.
Yeah, someone already asked. So he did not know what we asked, but like, I know my brother. Like, I know him, like, personally. I know that normally, because from the secondary school I came from,
they tend to suppress.
They suppress us a lot.
Like,
they literally, like, they will shrink you into knowing that I may not be able to. If I speak, it's a waste of time, because what I'm saying might not be relevant to people that can actually make a change. So, like, with AUN, he not was able to talk because he knew that I was angry. The extent of anger was a boiling point, and I could communicate it directly to them and tell them that, you know, the truth is that I normally don't talk, but at this point I have to speak. And AUN students said that, what's your name? Come and write it down here. This thing that you have said was so disrespectful.
And there's something that I noticed even at the town hall meetings is that, like, the caliber of students that were talking, it was not just students who are in leadership positions. It was just random students, like,
affecting everybody.
And I like the fact that you can see that you don't have to be in a leadership position to be able to speak.
You don't have to.
You do not have to be in a leadership position. You can always apply yourself in no matter the position you are holding, you can apply yourself. And I feel like that's something you only learn in AU.
Yeah, did you also what I think Zenia, your classmate, was staying beside
behind
she was on fire.
Oh yeah, she was on fire. I mean, she was on fire and her rage had actually reasonable basis. Because am I allowed to say this on camera?
Sure, go ahead.
So really, you guys. So we are as NES majors. We work in the lab. We culture organisms, microorganisms. Tell me why. Not only was I not able to work, because the lab is, I mean, it's a modern lab. Everything is electrical powered. You guys, even the beam balance, the autoclave, the hood, everything we're using to work for sterilization techniques. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So everything just needs to be sterilized, and some equipment for sterilization techniques, which must be on at all times, can't run without electricity. So essentially, the lab is useless if there is no light. So I had gone to the lab, I was doing my project. I had gone to the lab for several days, no light, hadn't been able to do anything, achieve anything. And our anger was because not only were we not able to achieve anything, the organisms we had cultured died due to the lack of electricity. So it was crazy because not only were they not allowing us work and telling us that they won't give us our grade, but they were also impeding our progress and taking us back and making us do it again. And
exam was coming up.
Exam was coming up, it was hot, everybody's sweating, there's no water, food is spoiling, everybody was angry. I really, so that's what fueled her anger, the fact that actually AUN killed our organism. Justice for our Staphylococcus. Justice for our Staphylococcus aureus.
I kept hearing that you people spent your own money to buy this organism.
Oh yeah, we did though. That's another unresolved issue, and but we literally paid as a regular 3-credit course for the SRP, and we did the same thing last semester, and we did the same thing this semester. However, we as students still fully funded our own experiments. We bought our own reagents that's supposed to be in the lab to fuel a Bunsen burner. Like I said, sterilization techniques. In fact, the Bunsen burner is the only single sterilization technique that doesn't require electricity, and I still had to pay for that myself. So we paid for all that. We were so angry to now, but we believe that
they've heard us.
We have heard us. Yes, our grievances have been aired.
In your first year, was this the same situation?
No, actually,
I mean, like, were students spending their own money?
Okay, to be honest, I'm not really sure, but I remember the first time I went for dinner on me, I was really just excited to go and eat the food. Like, I didn't really care about voicing out my opinion. Like, I really just said, okay, Byron's food is good.
So you said an email
going
first
for dinner.
2 minutes?
Yes.
I've noticed most people who watch my videos are not subscribed to this channel. Subscribe so we can grow this tribe together.
Yes,
wow,
first minute, I was one of the.
Oh my God, you come for dinner.
I've only gone for like that volunteer.
Exactly. You guys, I'm a 2-timer, 2-4.
I never actually. I think I responded like once.
Yeah. Well, you didn't get and gave up.
Anyway,
it's not even like I gave up. I don't even know why I responded. I just didn't really get to go and eat there. I don't know.
Anyway, so my first dinner on me, I remember seeing an NES major, and coincidentally, me and the girl are actually friends now, Helen. She was saying that she's doing her SRP and that the materials are not available. That they're telling them they'll bring this, but she doesn't understand because essentially she narrated everything that I'm going through now. But I didn't really care because I was just eating. The iced tea was good, the bread rolls were soft. So I was just like, thank God she's talking on behalf of my department. When she settled the problem, when it reached my turn, would have benefited from her talking. But I came here and this is what I'm experiencing. So I would actually I think, from my experience, that maybe it was going on before, but maybe they spoke up and they did something about it, which is the same situation that I'm in, except I'm speaking up and nothing is being done. But I don't think it's a new thing. I think AUN, maybe in the past decade, the previous decade, AUN wasn't like that. But like this AUN has been making students, NES people, actually bear the burden of the experiments, unfortunately.
If you guys should give the founder an advice.
Can I be very frank?
Advice.
I think he needs to
I don't know who it is. He needs to
okay,
come here
sorry.
and see.
I don't know.
He needs to come and see.
He needs to come and see,
actually hold them accountable
and then
for what's going on.
He needs to reinstitute members of management. Because the problem with AUN is simply a failure of certain aspects of management.
Certain management.
I feel like he needs to really like revisit and restructure the members that are in
and
charge.
I feel like it's something that has been going on from time.
Yeah, but it applies in all these companies. I've been to Gotel, I've been to go to Faro, everything like probably puts people, his relations, his children, and they're interested. They're just interested in the money, and.
Well, I can't say that we don't know that for sure. We haven't experienced that. But me personally, because I have only.
It's so funny. Yesterday, I literally heard something like that. Literally just yesterday, somebody said that it's his children that are on the board of directors and things like that, and they just.
If they are the ones in the board of directors, I urge them to actually. The other thing, they probably just don't care enough because maybe if that's the truth, they don't, it's not their project. But I do feel like if I can talk to the founder personally.
I also feel like everything might be being painted as good
to
them, considering the fact that they are not
directly. They just make them feel like okay.
So they hear second hand that
like when they come now, like you see when the founder is coming, they will start doing things
they'll start cutting
that
grass,
they probably cannot even afford to do.
They'll start painting the
Let him come. Let him see
the
way it is, so he doesn't think that something magnificent is going on.
Because AUN
in the place
does have a dream. AUN has like a good foundation. So like the failure of this actually even coming to pass is literally a question that somebody has to address at this point. Because everybody come, AUN does this, AUN does that, and the point.
But then I genuinely feel like our new president. I feel like he's really devoted, and like something really good is going to come out of this long contract.
He has the right intentions. I feel like AUN is really, really broken now, so it's going to just take a lot of effort to get it back to what it was before.
But they're not too far gone.
Yeah, they're not too far gone.
That's what I'm saying. It's just crucial issues with management.
I love to look at AUN from a Nigerian perspective.
It's literally just like a model of Nigeria.
Yeah, but they're different. I feel like AUN has a good foundation. I don't know. I can't say that much for Nigeria. Nigeria's foundation was problematic.
Exactly. Because AUN has a good foundation.
AUN has a good foundation, so the fixing will not be hard.
I agree.
The core of the problem is not that
people. Exactly. Yeah. I feel like now with AUN we can call it reinforcements to vet those that are in charge now. But in Nigeria,
but do you know that AUN is slowly becoming like Nigeria? Yeah, in the sense of that, you know that one of Nigeria's other big problems, apart from the fact that our government is terrible, is that even citizens were not really quality citizens.
Yeah.
Like
I'm so sorry, but it's true.
In what aspect are we not
I
quality?
blame me personally. I'm so funny because
nobody wants to create anything anymore.
Yeah, we had this comment. Oh my god.
Everybody just wants to consume and show that they have money.
Yeah.
You have money, okay, you've gotten this money, but like what are you doing with it?
Yeah.
How are you giving back?
Okay, that
to the
community?
You
are Nigerian.
You want to start a brand. Why are you not very passionate about really owning the brand? You rather just go the easy route, the fast way, because working for somebody, you go and get one Chinese producer, they produce the same thing for all of you. You slap your logo on it, and then you say that you created it. Did you really create it?
Then I feel like,
but then you can also say that the economy and everything does not allow you to start your business, but you need to start anyways.
I feel like those entrepreneurs also always try to cater to the same group of people, the upper class. Everybody's catering to the upper class.
It's money driven. Like
can buy.
I don't know.
Nobody's catering to
I feel like our own capitalism is a bad kind of capitalism. It's not the kind of capitalism where like
brings good.
Yeah, it's not bringing good to
the and change and redevelopment.
The pop up everywhere, they're not really sustainable.
Well, the thing I'm a business management student administration too.
I thought you were a CMD major.
I'm doing a minor.
Oh,
see, another good thing about AUN. They should just allow law students minor. I wanted to minor in biology. They didn't allow me.
Doing a minor in the CMD or something.
What?
It's not like his 6th year though.
Oh my god,
but it's minoring.
Yeah, but like you are not allowed to minor normally within your 5 years as a law student.
There's a way you can go about it. Let me explain how this works strategically.
Wait, sorry. I really wanted to minor in biology. They did not allow me.
For you?
Mm-hmm. Never tried, but I just already knew the rule was that you can't. But just imagine me, lawyer and biologist.
Not really.
That's pretty cool. So strategically, Dr. Hassan is our instructor. He was telling us that if the founder had known, he wouldn't have instituted this university in Eula. His goal for instituting this university here was to help people, the locals, because it's from Adamawa, right?
Definitely.
But when I'm looking at it strategically, she would have helped these people more if he instituted university in a place like Abuja or Lagos. Why? Now, if you institute this university there, the issue of security and blah blah that make people not to come here because of the Boko Haram will be eliminated. So you have more enrollment. Secondly, Abuja the capital, you have more electricity. All this fire that been killing us for how many days, you won't experience this. Now, you'll make so much more money in Abuja and Lagos because of the high recruitment and fewer problems. And that's
maybe
money.
not Lagos, sha.
And that's
No
money.
space.
And that money, when you get that money, you come and use it and fund small SMEs here in Yola, and you build the economy. But now everyone is crammed into this place, and you can't recruit students.
Locals can't even afford it.
Yeah, and I feel like if it was even in somewhere else and they do give them scholarships normally, you taking them out of, like, it would be a plus taking them out of where they know, which is Yola, and taking them to somewhere like Lagos, if the school was in Lagos, and then they will probably get way more opportunities than.
Yeah, there are many ways to look at this thing.
But yeah, that's just, it's one where they see space. There's no space in Lagos for this school.
No, they have, you need the people, the money and the people in power to support you.
But there's just no space in Lagos for this.
Other places, they're not able to meta. What are those places? The outskirts, do your thing there.
There's no space in Lagos for this school. How
Many
many universities are in Lagos?
Well, did you see when you came that you this past 4 years you've learned a lot and you've faced some obstacles and tell us more.
I should iterate on
you
the
really love these obstacles.
How to do those obstacles?
For me, it's what I said about having a university education is about trial and error. You just basically do some certain things and know that, okay, if I do this, this is what comes out, so you wouldn't do it again. And then in terms of friendships, oh my god, in friendships, I've made friends, I've lost friends, I've seen different variations of people, I've learned just how good and how evil the human beings can be.
Yeah, anyone allows you to be an evil person.
Exactly.
So you can be an evil person, and then now you are giving somebody the lesson of how to deal with an evil person.
Exactly, and you.
But in all these schools where they control your life, you don't really have the ability to be
you don't
an
really
evil
know
person.
exactly. You
don't
don't
allow
have
you
the
show your
ability to do
true
your
colors.
What do you mean by evil? What do you mean by evil person?
No, I mean, me
Like,
most especially this semester, I just realized that people just are not good people. Like, I'm just sorry, like, the way you think is not the way everybody else thinks. That's one thing I learned this semester. Because when people harm you and spite you might think, why would they do that? Why would they do that? But the truth of the matter is just that they don't think the way you think. Like, everybody isn't just like you. People are different. Exactly. Everyone has a variety of people. You see people, and like the same way they're different clothes to everybody, the same way they're just different people in terms of culture, in terms of personality, in terms of interest, in terms of behavior.
And you can also become a good person.
That's one.
Yeah, in terms of interest.
School, sorry for cutting you short today, but I've led all the group projects in the beginning. And I really understood that people will have totally different motivations.
Yeah.
There's some that are not interested at all.
Some don't.
They will do anything.
Some don't
And
care.
they will not care.
Zero, and they don't care.
Like, they don't care.
Whether we feel or not.
Like, I've been in a group where I'm emailing everybody.
Like,
So nobody even responded to me on the group. I'm like, so you mean to tell me that you're not presenting tomorrow and you don't care that you are not getting any grade for this presentation? They really just don't care.
I was wondering, is it the same money my father is paying that?
That's your own thing.
I was like, to do the math.
I'm not just like, so what will you now tell your parents
Where you
reason
get
that you failed this course and you're taking another semester? Like, what will you say happened?
But not all the parents check their
Maybe that's actually why.
grades. So continue with the obstacles and the evil people.
Oh, anyway. I mean, that's just basically it. I think like that's what I'm willing to share now. But Ian has just basically opened my eyes to what life is really like. Yeah. And then this light issue was a serious obstacle. Like, really, like, it was a really, really serious obstacle. And I feel like exactly
it's literally just depicting Nigeria. I feel like that's why this country is just not progressive, because there's no light.
Simple.
Yes.
A lot of things cannot happen without lights. Like, I feel like when there was lights, I could utilize my 24 hours.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I can sleep whenever, I can read whenever,
I can eat whenever.
I can eat whenever. I don't have to like I feel like I had my full time.
In AU an institution where everything runs on electricity, like I said, apart from my lab work is the food, your fridge, you can't warm anything, you can't cook anything. Exactly. But then, like I said, everything, like maybe I iterated before when she said that those obstacles teach you again, and apart from lessons that you learn in terms of friendships and everything, the Bible, I'm a Christian, the Bible also says in James that trials are essential. We should take joy in trials because with trials comes patience, and I agree because the patience that it has taken to go this semester, I cannot believe that.
People almost went home. That's my point.
Almost went
home.
I was
like even the graduation, I want to give it to me.
Yes.
Like online.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
After the 4
Yeah,
years or
yeah,
5
we
years of
really
I was ready to
as
go
graduating
home
seniors, we
and
had a
have it
consensus
online.
that we did not mind
Like let me
collecting our
put it on
certificates on
Send
home
email
as
to
well.
me. I will take a photo shoot.
Literally, I will carry
That
gowns and
ceremony, keep it to yourself. And then, so do you know the patience it took not only to reach this graduation in like 8 days, but to write the exam
and to not
reach
go
the
home
graduation
and to really not go home. So yeah, it builds patience and perseverance, and that's good.
Yeah, personally too, I think I've learned patience here because when I came in, I put in so much energy that I should have conserved. You know, I learned that people have different motivations and people are not as passionate as me in certain things. And I was trying to make those people work. So that I forcing a pig to drink water. I was like,
You can't force somebody to do
it's not force
something.
people. And
You just have to find people who want to do it.
this semester was way more relaxed and I got things done. And I was reflecting. Why did you spend all that energy? Why didn't you just,
Calm down.
you know?
And that's the thing. That's life.
Take a chill pill.
Lessons, trial and error. That's what I keep saying. It's about trial and error. You wouldn't know anything until you try it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I really put myself out there and did things and they didn't really care about what people had to say. Because lots of people are talking about. And my dad is the kind of person that, okay, he always, I don't know how, let me just rephrase it. My dad's like, he doesn't care whether people like him or not. He tells his children. His goal is just to do the right thing. Because that's what you remember, the right thing and not likeness. People's human likeness is fickle. You can like it today and hate it tomorrow.
I agree.
So do the right thing.
I agree. Even humans sometimes we tend to even bend our objectives to suit ourselves. So actually, when you may seem to like me before I do something and even do next thing, not like me again, like or something, I may do something you like, but because of another thing, you still not like me. Like doing things for people to like you just is not it. It's not really taking you anywhere.
When even love is not enough to sustain somebody's
Do you understand? When love
relationship,
is not enough.
how can somebody's likeness help you?
Love is enough.
It's not enough.
Love is not. I'm
True love,
afraid.
all pain turns to medicine.
Let's
not bring
Hey, if we enter love, we'll not live here.
Oh, okay. I think I'll talk about her.
Some people find love here, safe.
Yeah, but I would like 2 or 3 people are married in students here even. I asked Madam Grace how many people are married to her. I wish I had found,
alumni don't get married.
I wish I had found my wife here.
I thought I would find my significant other here.
You know,
that was also one of my expectations. I thought I would come to uni and have this nice boyfriend and my life would just be rosy, you know.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know,
just
the blog speech it says he found his wife in his first semester, right? So I always thought that would be like that for me, you know. So I'll be graduating 2 things, both my wife and my degree. That's 2 big wins. Oh well, you know. Well, that's it. I talked about what we have learned, the obstacles, blah blah. Now let's talk about the future. What do you see yourself doing out here and applying what you have learned here? You know, how do you see the future unfolding?
Okay, I feel like personally, like I said, I don't want because we're talking about AN, I would love to relate everything to AN campus. So AN has led me to like experience so many things, so many different schools. So I just genuinely plan on applying myself to everything and anything that I find. I was like I'm not going to. I don't have a limit. I feel like I don't want to be myopic and be like, okay,
tie yourself down.
I'm going to be a lawyer and work in a firm and then married by this age. I don't really think life works that way anymore. Like I said, I don't come to AU with a plan, and I feel like I did great, to be honest. I feel like the only plan I had was like when my first year, when the SG president spoke to me, I was like, wow, I think I'm going to be an SG executive, which I did. Be an executive, but after AUN, I really, unfortunately, I have I don't have law school immediately. because of there's just something. So law school might come like a while later, and I can't do NYSC in that time frame. I intend to literally explore myself in every single aspect, like everything that if I wake up tomorrow and say, okay, I want to be a baker, I'm going to start baking cakes and cookies. If I wake up the other day and say, okay, I think I want to apply to the volunteer for community service, I will start volunteering for community service, because I'm literally, life is ahead of me. Your life is literally ahead of you, and like I do have like a main purpose and goal for my entire life. But like the process, I'm not going to like stifle myself to be like, okay, let me just be strict, let me just do this, let me just do that. I want to experience life, like let life pass through me. I'll also pass through life, like everything. And then ultimately the joy is like principles. I always just have to align with. So maybe my goal is to find the right principles that will allow me to spearhead myself to become who I want to be in life.
I've noticed most people who watch my videos, they are not subscribed to this channel. Subscribe so we can grow this tribe together.
So a member of society that contributes, a member of society whereby it's like I have done my own part in life and I've not not wasted my whole time here doing nothing. So after uni, I plan on event planning. I found out I really enjoyed that, so I plan on like maybe even if it's like be under the shadow of another person that does event work, I want to work on that event. I want to learn how to plan.
Yeah, I saw you in action during that ELS that stuff that we wore green that we did in the grass 2 semesters ago. That grass behind EE.
What was it about? Was it ELS?
SGA?
SGA.
Yeah. Was it a potluck?
Yes, that potluck.
That was our potluck.
So in action.
I was just like, I just put it so that's my core. My core is actually I really want to event. I want to plan events. I want to plan stuff. I did a vision board in January. I did a Valentine's. I want to do so many stuff. I want to do just so many stuff I want to do. But right now, okay, so after uni, I'll use this period of time to explore my own personal hobbies, and then also try and plan events. And then a secret, but I've not showed it, but I want to do it. I want to create a TikTok whereby I share all my little law knowledge on like particular law topics that I like IP and cyber law. I just want to make a TikTok and tell so people know their rights, because people don't know. You don't know. So yeah, I just really plan putting myself out there till something concrete that I really want.
So on average, everyone here is 22, right?
20s.
Yeah.
20, you want 22?
Early 20s.
I'll say average
Well,
21.5 or
21.5. So did he hear you after?
It's age relevant.
No, just because you were talking about you don't give us like a timeline.
I don't really believe, even at 30, I don't
Yeah,
really
like,
have a timeline. Everybody's life is just really different. Why are you putting yourself in 5 years' time? You will still be 35, so you might as well do what you need to do.
Yeah. I actually really agree with Mimi, because one thing that we are taught from when we were small is the rigidity of one's life course. They want you to know where you will be in 10 years, or you'll be in 20 years after this. So I agree that me personally, I'm doing my NYSC right after I get my degree. So I'm actually going to use that NYSC here to, like Mimi said, explore myself and delve into every one of my interests. But in terms of academics, I'm definitely going to do my MPH, which is Masters in Public Health, and that is already in the books for me. However, my major is one, like I said, is very, very diverse. It just pertains to our natural world about it. So I've picked certain interests in several some fields, and I'm going to just highlight on me one that I've really been thinking about, and I do want to maybe get a master's in that. May do or don't revisit this video in the next how many years. I may not do it, but genetics, I'm actually really interested in genetics as a field, and in recent day there are lots of developments with using it to cure certain diseases by editing certain genes out so that we don't express those illnesses. So the work is really impactful and very insightful, because we learn a lot about humans. So I'm really interested in that, so I may even just go ahead and get another master's in that, or even do it before my MPH. I'm actually thinking about doing that for my MPH, but I'm just trying to highlight, like Mimi said, it's not necessarily, it's about the now, what you're interested in, and I really do want to make an impact in the field of health, and there's several avenues to do that, and this is just one of them.
Do you plan on staying in Nigeria to achieve all this?
Unfortunately not, but not to say that I am not returning. I will return, inshallah.
So after uni, law school next year, but within that time, I'm just going to do whatever I want.
She's really great. She's really looking my inspiration. She's great. She does everything she wants to do and achieves it in the most stellar one.
Thank you. But like I feel like I have so many. There's just so many things I want to do, and I hope to do them. Like I don't really want to talk about them in case I don't do them. But like other than my personal life, like my hobbies and my interests and everything, like I really hope that one day, I don't know how, I don't want to say this is what I'll do, but one day I really hope that I'm able to really impact this country, because Nigeria needs to be fixed. I'm looking at the course of my life, like, do I stay here? Do I go? If I go, I will still come back. But it's a very serious dilemma.
Before us have had these dreams of coming back to fix Nigeria.
But I feel like if you go, you just like never come back. You might come back.
You will, you might, you may not, but it doesn't matter. I feel like the continuing dream, as long as the people before us had the dream, us we have the dream, hopefully people below us
hopefully
also
will
have
actually come back.
People just have to have the dream that, okay, me personally, I must fix Nigeria.
That Nigeria can also be impacted through innovation. Like even if
I wish
for them to come in and
I like that I studied law, but I also wish I studied something that would really allow me to create something. But I mean, at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want, whether you study law or not. I can still
I feel like
create
one of the most innovative courses ever.
It's true.
I genuinely feel like I can.
It's applicable everywhere.
And you can be a criminal too.
Oh.
Because you don't know the rules, so you don't know the loopholes.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, Sha. So if I can't, I don't really want to be a government official. Can't lie, cause I don't know. It changes you apparently. I feel like even.
Makes it possible.
Yeah, like I don't want to be around.
But this lady, what's her name? Is it Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala? Who wrote Nigeria Fighting Corruption is Dangerous? Who wrote it? She worked as the finance minister from 20, I think about 7 or 8 years then. She worked among them and she saw the system. Maybe you might be the person who goes in there.
Well, I hope to write articles addressing Nigeria's problems. At least if I cannot solve it, if they cannot allow me come and solve it, I will try and sow my seed by writing provoking and aggravating articles.
I agree.
That will just make people think.
I want to be in a room where I say yes, like I'm the one that I just want to one day in my life be in a room, any room, to be the one to make a decision for this country. I want to be at a point where I'll be like, not even like politically, I just want to be like in a department whereby something I say, when I say it just will change the trajectory of what happens in this country, even if it's a little bit. Even if it's new, like even if one thing works, let's say even if it's the legal department that is just working, or the technological or the health, anything.
Like we need to have one thing that's working in this country.
We need to have one thing going for us.
And that's my long lifespan. When by the time I'm in my old age, I will know that I made a decision for Nigeria.
Like this country, there's no data.
Advocacy.
That's my first article. Bro, how there's no data.
Even during that NSAS, even my mother said I should not go anywhere.
As in, my parents said we should not go for.
I was like 18,
we should not go
I was 17. I was like, I want to be there. I always just have passion. Like I'm like, the answer is actually no. Like if something is wrong, the answer is no.
We need to complain.
The answer is no. But it was dangerous, and I agree and I understood that. But like, I just feel like it's just sometimes when it's actually, I feel like I hate complaint when you're just sitting down.
I don't like complacency. Like
you just be like, there's nothing really. You don't care. I'm indifferent. I don't really care. It doesn't really affect me. But it will affect you at a point. You just have to care because you're a Nigerian. Like I don't know. Life you have to just take life. If you keep on living life like you're floating, life will continue to float for you. And that's fine. People, it works for them personally. Your own life. That's how you choose to live. Your own personal philosophy. But like, if for anything to happen, like
you have to be intentional.
Yeah, you have to be intentional. Society is literally the people. Be like, oh, so society is so bad, but who makes up society? People don't come. It's literally people.
I always have this debate with my friends. If you bring people from Japan to stay in Nigeria and carry bring Nigeria to Japan, Japan will turn to Nigeria.
Japan will literally turn to Nigeria.
Yeah, and Nigeria will turn to Japan.
Literally.
That's the truth.
Any of you have dream to write a book sometime?
I don't know about book, but articles.
Yeah, I agree with articles. Because like I said, one of my hobbies is writing, and I do just like expressing myself through writing. And I'm passionate about Nigeria's problems too. So
I don't know.
Behind you.
Man, I don't even know.
And you have lawyers there.
I don't even know my beef. I have beef with the government. I have beef with my fellow Nigerians. Like I have beef with everybody. I don't really want to call out the people who are doing tech, but everybody doesn't have to work in those. Come up with an idea. Like you studied coding to code something, create something. I know they say that they don't allow their creations to come out. I don't know, but it's not somebody that made AI. It's somebody that keeps doing this thing. So do something for us.
Nigeria doesn't help you. You have to
Like I'm saying, like it's somebody that like it's people that are propagating the whole artificial intelligence key, like.
So the thing
And we have so many people studying it. Like I feel like we actually have a lot of tech geniuses in Nigeria.
It's not working.
Yet we don't have our banking system is horrible.
Like we can't do online banking as efficient as we like to all the time.
And when I was doing my final project, like, cause my final project is about Asian, the Association of Southeastern and Asian.
ASEAN.
ASEAN, yeah. And I just noticed that whenever they are describing these countries, like these countries that make up this place, they keep talking about how they are, they have like high number of people who are into tech and whatever. And I'm like, you people have high number of people that are into tech. So do we. So why is it not
my personal
happening
opinion
for
is
us?
that the country is literally so bad that
It's stifling everybody.
Yeah.
Because Nigerians are good outside.
Exactly. Even when they
but we're
don't
not good inside.
even when they don't physically constrict you by saying, okay, you can't do crypto, you can't do international transactions with your bank, you have to get a dollar card to buy things online. So when there are the physical
and where are the
constrictions like that, there's also the moral constrictions because you're in a place where nothing is working. So what makes you feel that when you come up with an idea, it will be nurtured into the potential, its full potential? So that's what contributes to the lackadaisical attitude.
Yeah, how big
we're political. Our conscience seems so political, but if you see us, you might not think that
we're serious.
This is exactly what we talk about all the time.
Literally,
we talk about all the time.
Like brand influencers or something, but like we literally are just
Nigeria.
I feel like we're just literally.
Yeah, like I have beef with the economists, the tech people, the legislators.
I have beef with politicians' kids.
I have kids. I have beef with.
I have beef with rich people too. No, I have beef with.
Number one beef is
I have beef with Yahoo people.
Exactly.
Maybe you've gotten the money now. So why don't you use the money to do something?
You don't use money gotten from evil to do good. It doesn't work that way.
No, I don't even mean by good. I mean like technically it will impact us. Like if you like start up a nonsense business that is propagating bad, but the money is helping our economy. Open something, they get the money and that's something that is common amongst Nigerian elites. You have money, you don't intend on using it to do anything reasonable. You don't want to start up a band, but you want to go and be popping bottles.
Yeah, like you just want to
do
shakara always.
Like
you don't want assets, you don't want to invest.
Real rich people own businesses. You should want to own a business. At least launder your money. Like I shouldn't be propagating this, but if you are going to steal, at least let the economy benefit from your stealing. If you want to steal money to build something, steal money and build something, but please don't steal.
But then when I tell my friends about this and how beautiful education is, they always tell me, most people cannot afford the schools. So by the time a politician steals money and builds a university or a secondary school, and it's so expensive because they privatize it and people cannot afford them. So just about 2% of the population are gaining from that. So it doesn't really trickle down. So it's an advantage to you. And Nigeria problem is complex, but I think it starts from us because most people who get into these positions are not sincere about helping. There's no sincerity. They don't really care about it. It's just to go get the money.
I genuinely feel like I have beef with politicians because I feel like politicians, they are not even driven by anything. They are driven by power. Our politicians all have the same, all the political parties, they are saying the same thing. There's not something that really distinguishes them.
I am going to innovate technology. I am going to work on energy.
You see other countries, you know that if you are in this party, you can never be in this party. But our politicians are moving up and down looking for tickets. How were you in PDP? Then you've gone to LP, you've gone to APC. What are your values?
There's no difference in ideology.
Yeah, we don't even
have the Republicans, the Democrats.
You know that if you are a Republican, you're a Republican. You're a Democrat, you're a Democrat. Like there's no in between. But here, we're for tribe.
We're neither hot nor cold.
We're for maybe he's the younger one, we're for he's the older one, we're for he seems wiser.
Yeah, like
we're for somebody
though?
said he did this.
What's his promise? What is
the
ideology?
No, what is
like
the
what
basis
is
of
the
his
value
leadership?
of that party?
Yeah.
Because it is a party, it's not about you.
Yes, what are their core
Your values as the spokesperson is supposed to
must be in line with
Yeah,
the
it
party
must be
for
in
you
line
to
with
be
your
their
party.
candidate.
And that's something I really like about the whole cabinet system in the UK. Like, you are the prime minister. You are no longer serving us. We don't want you. Vote of no confidence. You are gone. Why do we keep giving these people second chances? They are not doing anything. You are gone. You utilize your 4 years to show us why we should put you back. They say we should give them another 4 years. But in the first 4 years, what did you really do?
Yeah, but the thing that you should go back to the core, the history of our political system in Nigeria. We didn't fight for this, but handed over to the people who are less intelligent and easier to control. The British were leaving, right? You know, the next takeover, you're easier to control. That's the history. That's the basis. There was no. The people that got into power, it was given. Power is not given to anyone, right? You fight for it, you take it, you grab it. We didn't fight any war. They just left us alone. They didn't leave you with the Biafrans, the Igbo people, because they felt the Igbos, would not listen to them. They will not give them any kickbacks. They will not get anything from the country. So Nigeria was built on that foundation, on the wrong footing.
I've never heard this side.
Really? That was, and then the Yorubas too were.
Sorry, can you reiterate what you're saying?
The Yorubas had the Yoruba. There were different ideologies from different, like the British people probably gave power to people that they felt
I
they
agree.
were
Oh my god,
control.
this is my jam. So basically from No, I actually agree because I feel like I agree that Nigeria's corruption problem is very deep rooted. It stems from the pre-colonial era. Because what the British people did was that they came, imposed themselves on us, and then they changed from direct rule to indirect rule.
Use
So
our
in
own
certain
people
places-
to rule us.
Exactly. So in certain places, like in the south, in the east, at a certain time, they were leading in direct rule because the eastern people were very, very resistant. Many people did not want to give on Westerners as well. Even I learned in my 4 years in AU when you guys that King Jaja Bokobo was quite literally kidnapped, but that's a separate conversation. So the Easterners were really showing resistance, but then in the North they switched to indirect rule, which is where there wasn't direct British influence in the sense that they were chiefs and commandants and everything. They now instituted war chiefs, and they were also fellow Nigerians, right? So that they put them in that position of power, where as a Nigerian, you're telling your fellow Nigerians, and all of you are being colonized, by the way, mind you, are being colonized, and you're still telling them what to do. So everybody now tried to aspire to be in that certain position. I think that's why they say the Igbos have wealth, the Yorubas have education, and the Northerners have power, because the power started actually in the North, and then when they finally let us go, I think that's when the whole, everybody trying to be empowered, the whole war struggle started.
I've noticed most people who watch my videos are not subscribed to this channel. Subscribe so we can grow this tribe together. And the Northerners, it was easier to penetrate because they penetrated them through their religion and everything. Their religion and their way of life it's so deeply intricated. So there's no difference. So just get to the Emirates, get to the religious leaders.
And then everybody
The Emirates is this and blah blah. Everyone takes it hook, line, sinker. They don't even debate it. But, well, it was beautiful having Mimi, Didi, and Vivo. Is there anything that you would have loved to say earlier that I didn't ask of you?
No, it's about life outside. I also say AUN. My excuse is that AUN has too much of a potential for them to let it go to waste.
Yeah,
they
I
are
feel
still
like
young. Out of all the universities, I feel like they're literally they're like 22, 20,
25.
25. They're young.
I don't know.
They're really young. I feel like almost pushing 50.
And
That's useless.
AUN must not die.
They can't. Yeah,
It has
they
to
have
stay.
a
We
different
need a
ideology
school
from
like
all the other.
AUN.
And my question is that where else would they now go to if they want to receive a standard or quality that AUN has presented itself to give?
And actually gives.
That happens
I
in
feel like
public
there's
universities. That
just
happens in a lot of universities in Nigeria. That
Really?
unfortunately, yes, my cousin
does.
she called me the other day. She was telling me about how personally that she's paying them to release her grade for her SRP.
My cousin, the teacher, the grade just never came out.
She has
And she had to
graduated
do the
though.
course again.
She has literally
The grade just never came out, meaning the course was never completed.
Is that a public
Hence,
school?
She had to, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yes,
that's
she has-
why you said one thing we love to say. I want to give AUN advice. I feel like they started my first year, second year, good president. I love like things with obviously issues, there was light issue, they fix it. I mean there was water issue, they fix it, there was light issue, they fix it. But like they should not
ever let Nigeria seep into, because during that our town hall meeting, like, you know how Nigeria, they should not let Nigeria seep into the system.
Don't
Nigeria
let
exists as a problem, and you are existing independent of Nigeria, even though you are on their land. Don't let Nigeria's problem now seep into you and be like Nigeria that is so much as well continue. This issue that you have brought up now, but like I don't know if it's the first time they will ever not give somebody a grade. Like they should not let like all if when they, who is the person in charge of this? Why is this happening? Where are you? Why is it happening? If you're not prepared, get out of the school. Don't ruin my good name. Because it's like I feel like me personally, the only school that I feel like can even, because even in Panama I cannot wear skirts, I cannot wear jeans, I cannot.
like how do these things affect?
Now what's happening now? I don't even know what now.
You can't do certain hairstyles.
You can't come.
How do these things affect anything?
Like what is the principle? Like that
You can't drive a car unless you're in your second year.
like some these little things that they, I mean obviously everybody has a reason, but AUN my advice directly to them. You are at the brink of letting yourself let Nigeria do you. Nigeria does everybody, but you can fight back if you want to fight back. And as an institution, they can't fight back. They have the main problem of people coming to school. But me as an alumni now, like I did the same. Unfortunately, you know how many people do you know? Did you just tell nobody to come here and I failed? But me now, because I just feel more considerate, I'll be like, okay, you guys should still come, maybe give them a chance.
Yeah, but dollar is 1,400 naira. Let's just end it there. Thank you, Titi. Thank you, Didi. And thank you, Mimi.
Thank you for having us.
Beautiful episode. Maybe sometime in the future we could do another.
When we've achieved all the dreams we said.
Exactly. I had you.
To end this, I'll leave us with this quote by Marcus Aurelius. The happiness of your life bends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to virtue and reasonable nature. Thank you for listening.